you're interested in linguistics, or even if you've ever seen a Wikipedia page with a strange name, you might have come across some strange letters between slashes or brackets and wondered what they meant or how to read them. I'm planning on making some videos in the future that will be very hard to understand if you don't understand what these letters mean. So, those strange letters are called IPA, which stands for International Phonetic Alphabet. And the whole idea of the IPA is to have a one-to-one correspondence between sounds and letters. And these letters are organized into a chart where the place in your mouth where it's pronounced is at the top, and the type of pronunciation, how you say it, is on the side. And on the left of these cells are unvoiced or voiceless variants, and on the right are voiced variants. You might even recognize some of these letters already, right? So for example, one you probably recognize, bilabial nasal, right? That means you make the sound with your lips and that the sound only comes out of your nose. It's also on the right of the cell, meaning you add voice to it. So bilabial nasal sounds like right? And an unvoiced bilabial nasal would just sound like an exhale, like an alveolar plosive, or sometimes called an alveolar stop. That means you place your tongue on the alveolar ridge of your mouth and kind of build up pressure before releasing it. So the unvoiced alveolar plosive sounds like t, and the voiced alveolar plosive is d, right? Side note, I'm going to add a little sound. That's not really part of the sound. I just can't pronounce the consonants without adding a little vowel sound in there. So it's like t, d, but it doesn't sound right. The area shaded in gray means that it's literally impossible for a human to make that sound. So try to do the same thing you do when you pronounce an L sound, but move it into the place in your mouth where you pronounce like a H sound, right? You'd have to kind of fold your throat in half to do it. There's also a separate chart for vowels. The top and the side still mean the same thing, but this time the letters to the left mean they are unrounded, and the letters to the right means they're rounded. So that means you kind of round your lips when you pronounce it. So for the close front vowel cell, you have unrounded E, and the very French rounded U. In the close back vowel cell, you have rounded U and unrounded Ö, which is found in like Turkish. IPA can even translate the differences between individual accents, right? For example, the word no, you have General American no, British no, and Australian no. It's often joked about that in English, the letters O-U-G-H make different sounds in the words bought, drought, though, through, cough, and tough. And these words become a lot easier to pronounce when they're transcribed into IPA, if you know how to read IPA. So those O-U-G-H words turn into these. Now, these words might not be exactly how you pronounce them, because you might not have the same accent as me. Bought, drought, though, through, cough, tough. Sometimes you might notice that people use slashes or square brackets. The slashes are what's called broad transcription, and they only describe like the general features of the sounds. The square brackets are called narrow transcription, which can have as much detail as you need. In the future, I might make a video on all the funny little symbols that come with narrow transcription. You might have wondered why I've been gone for like a year, and it's just that I got generally disinterested in linguistics for a bit. But recently, I've had a bit of a comeback when it comes to linguistics, and so I'm planning on making at least a few more videos on this channel in the coming weeks, months, whatever. Especially about like historical linguistics, comparative linguistics, some videos about Proto-Indo-European, and how comparative reconstruction works in general. So that's about it for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and bye.